The Powertrain Perspective podcast is sponsored by TransStar Aftermarket Solutions.
Well, welcome to Powertrain Perspective, where today we're going to look at some performance products. I've asked J.C. Beattie Jr. of ATI Performance Products to join us. JC is second generation in the performance and racing products that match up to the transmission aftermarket. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. A little bit about ATI. Tell me when it was founded. I know you've worked there since you were just a kid.
Yeah, I haven't really been too many other places. My dad started a general repair shop with a friend of his in 1961, just in near Silver Spring, Maryland, actually where I was born, not too far, about 45 minutes from here. And it was general repair, lots of different things. But the transmissions of the day were Powerglides, 350s, 400s came along, things like that. Funny enough, what we still race in a lot of stuff today. But his big customer was Yellow Taxi Cab out of D.C., and they all had, the older cars had glides, the newer cars had the 350s and 400s, and they would close for half the day on Sunday. He would come in a lot of Mondays, and the taxi cabs were lined up and kind of looped around the shop. Most of the guys just wanted to get driving again, and a lot of the times the transmission was going away, all the crap would fall in the pan and it would suck the filter shut. So they would drop the pan, replace the filter, put fresh fluid in, and they would go about their business until they had time to get it fixed for real. And from there, the NHRA was born. We're at 65 years, so they were around for a few years before us, and then guys started racing these things, and Dad had a good knowledge of it and kept going.
Well, before we dive in completely, you also at some point developed a line of converter equipment.
Yeah, that. So I was born in '78, and that machine came around 1980. 81 was the first one. So my joke is Dad just wanted to be out of the house while I was little and crying all the time. So the torque converter equipment, there's 100, I think we're building number 176 right now. There's 175 of them around the world, literally from Kazakhstan to Japan to Australia, New Zealand, you name it. There's a whole bunch up in Canada. For welding the torque converters back together. And then we have the complete line. If you wanted to start Joe Smith's torque converter service, we can get you set up from cutting them apart to rebuilding them to balancing them, leak testing, putting them back together, bonding clutches.
Fantastic. So turning now to the performance products, I know one of the things you offer is both the transmission units and transmission components. And you offer a variety of services. I think you can rebuild there, you can customize. Just talk about that line and what guys are. I know there's like half a dozen, maybe 8 units that are popular for drag, not so much drag, but drag and street.
Yeah, I even less than that, honestly. Not too many Powerglides on the street for your 2-speed stuff, but a whole bunch in the drag racing world. It's still the mainstay transmission. It's simple. It's easy to operate. We have 100% brand new parts for the Powerglide. You can get everything made, and there's really only a couple pieces that we can't get made in the country that we have to buy from somebody else and use. But everything else we make here ourselves or make in the country, including our case that's cast in Ohio, we machine here. And then from there, you've got the Turbo 350 and the 400. Popularity-wise, it goes Powerglide, 400, 350. There's a handful of different kind of class racers in NHRA, IHRA series like that bracket race, that have that are limited on power, and they run some like metric 200s or 904s and 727s where you have to. But those transmissions, just with their function with bands and sprags, don't last as long. Nothing wrong with them if you have to run them, but it's not our specialty. And then when you get into having overdrive, not really great transmissions for racing. You don't ever want to have a whole bunch of power going into overdrive, but to have your street strip ability with the car. You know, the 4L65 with the 5 pinion gear set, the 4L80. We do up to 1,500 horsepower as well. And then we do a number of 6Ls and 6Rs. And a fair number of 8Ls and the 10 speeds. The 8 speed, we make an input shaft and an output shaft, at least for the Corvettes. And then there's good upgraded clutches for that. We make a few internal parts. And then the 10 speeds really just clutches and steels to try and get a more, a better lasting clutch for high horsepower. Sure. And your 6, 8, and 10 speed are very raceable, but they have so much low gear, and then they've got 2 or 3 overdrives that it's hard. You have to use a small window. You can't really leave in most of these guys that are making 1,000 horsepower. You can't leave with a 472 first gear. It's really hard. But so for us, we're mainly the Chevy units, but then we have bell kits and packages that you can put a Turbo 400 behind your Gen 3 Hemi in your Challenger with no problem, and then you've got a car you can still drive on the street. It acts more like a street rod, but you can have 1,500 horsepower and not worry about breaking it.
Now, when you go to market, do you go through distribution, or you work direct with racing teams, with shops, even with individuals? How do you do that?
All of the above. We've got Summit, Jegs, Motor State, all the kind of big name places you would hear about carry our products, whether it's parts and pieces or whole units. We sell a lot of transmission parts that we make here, whether it's input or output shafts, or direct and forward drums and little pieces that are inside. You can get those from a lot of different places. We also sell direct. We have a dealer program for a shop that maybe does racing transmissions on the side or things like that. That's no problem. We try to keep it very fair for everybody. There's not a different deal for huge volumes on a lot of these parts. And honestly, I start with bar stock in the back of the shop, and it comes to the front of the shop finished to get sold. So making it all here, it's the quality's there, the material's there. I know if there's a problem, I can walk back and look at it and fix it. And our shop foreman's on top of all that, and he's been here a long time. So we work really closely, making these parts ourselves. So the margins aren't there to have a whole bunch of different discount levels for people. If there is a ton of margin, it usually means something was made overseas. But yeah, so you can get stuff you can get stuff direct from us if you want to work with us, or through our website, or through dealers and vendors.
And as we're mostly going out today to transmission shops, a lot of these guys have project cars, or they're working with a team and that kind of thing. And I guess there's a place to be profitable with this by building these packages of transmission and the rest of the powertrain. Is that
Yeah, we can't all be experts at everything, right? It's I'm not an engine expert. I rely on other shops to build our engines, and then for our own project cars, I'm guilty of project cars. Many that don't run, some that do run, and some that might never run. But we all have that. So if you're going to do a project car for a customer, your labor is a great spot to make the money for sure, and your expertise. But reaching out to somebody that builds the engine, whether it's a crate motor from one of the big three, or a crate motor from one of the aftermarket places that builds them, and then let's say it's 1,000 horsepower big block Chevy engine like the 632 crate motor. You can put a 6-speed or an 8-speed or a 10-speed behind it, but somebody that's going to just drag race, it's a whole bunch of stuff they don't need and a whole bunch of complications. So you can come to us and get a torque converter package with the transmission, with the fluid, with the correct size cooler, with the transmission that's spec'd to that engine, and the torque converter that's going to work. And it's one less thing. You're not going to get rich off selling that stuff, but your labor to install it, and then having the peace of mind that like I said, we don't have a bad name in the industry, and you can say it's an ATI built transmission, and I'd hope nobody would bat an eye about knowing its quality from there. So, being able to tie the engine and the transmission together, and then you guys are building a car and able to have your labor for installing it, and then not having to go back and do any warranty work is I think that's the biggest killer of a lot of these projects. And unfortunately, most customers, they don't realize the hours that go into these project cars. It's not a great place to get rich. That's certainly not in my experience.
And it's always been a labor of love for the shops that take
100%.
these vehicles on.
It's something for the guys to be excited about too. And that's when we take on new jobs here, like in our machine shop, instead of making a damper part or a transmission part, we made a part for a junior dragster. Something different and exciting the guys haven't seen. So same way with these cars.
Well, before we go, let's talk about what are some of the more popular components that are ordered from ATI. In other words, there's got to be some that are quite frequent and others that aren't so frequent. What kind of components are the guys looking for?
Sure. It's funny. We offer everything brand new for the Powerglide, everything brand new for a Turbo 400, almost everything brand new for a Turbo 350 as well. So that's a case. My cases are cast in Ohio and Indiana and Illinois, and we machine them all here 100%. So I have these aftermarket cases that you can build with, so you don't have to put a 40 or 50-year-old part behind a new build, and that allows you to have some more heavy-duty components and heavy-duty, more line pressure. So transmission cases are popular also because of the bell housings you can adapt to big block, small block Fords, your Mopars, Toyotas, you name it. We have a number of ways to bolt those right in. So those are pretty popular. We do about 3,000 SFI flex plates a year that we make here. We've got material that's cut in Michigan for us on a laser cutter. We do all the machine work here in a mill. We do all the welding here. We have 2 robot welders to knock those out. We do the balancing and the straightening. So they're super popular. And then our drums, our forward drums, our direct drums, our input shafts, our output shafts, our Powerglide gear sets. They're all good parts. And finally, our fluids. We have a blend that's just for us with the best synthetic fluid you can get, and then we've got friction modifiers such as Type F in it, and it's a very premium fluid without the premium price. I really put it out there just to complement our products, so that I know a good fluid is going in there that dissipates heat and takes the shock. And I've got fluid in 0, 10, 20, 30, and 50 weight. Some of the stuff's for racing, some of it's more streetable. So that's a lot of our popular transmission items. Torque converters as well. We do a lot of different torque converters and bolt together torque converters and billet aluminum stators that are made on the 5-axis and things like that.
Well, okay, that's a great trip through what makes up the street and drag racing performance world, and certainly transmission shops are part of that world, and the guys love the project cars as we spoke of. Well, I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, JC, for joining us.
I appreciate you guys having me. It's always fun to talk about the industry, especially when it's kind of performance and hot rod related.
Well, we appreciate it, and thank you for joining us, those people who are watching on Powertrain Perspective.